Hi everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you, and I hope you're doing fine. I'm Suman Agarwal, and welcome to this Spotlight series. And what do we do here? We have a conversation with one alumni of ICBI, somebody who has done image consulting and soft skills training or one of the programs from ICBI and has got certified and is also doing some active work in the market. The reason to have this live conversation is for people to understand what is the journey of an image consultant and a soft skills trainer. And today, my guest is from Hyderabad. Her name is Neily Naidu. She's a certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer. Um, it's a very exciting journey, a very enthusiastic experience to become an image consultant, a soft skills trainer, help people change their life, also guide, advise, mentor people so that they are able to do well in life, they become successful in life, they get hand holding and guidance from people who are professionals in this industry, and a lot of things that you are not able to talk, you're not able to communicate with people around. Our professionals are very competent in understanding what is not said sometimes, and what is it that you're looking for in terms of your hidden competencies, hidden expertise, because sometimes you yourself don't know what you have and what you're missing in life. So this is where our consultants come into the picture, and this is again what we are doing today, having a conversation, understanding Neily Naidu's journey prior to joining ICBI and what is she doing right now, what are her future plans. So let's get started with Neily Naidu, and let me see if she's already here. If she's here, I would just request her to get started. Okay. Hi, Neely.
Hello, Suman ma'am. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Thank you so much. You look fabulous.
Thank you. Look who's talking.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity of having me here.
Pleasure is mine, and I would say that you should be thanked enough to accept this request
You're
for
very
coming on
gracious.
Spotlight series.
You're very gracious. Thank you so much.
All right, so let's get started, Neely, and I would like to understand that what really inspired you to join ICBI.
What a wonderful question. Um, Great question. Well, I think it started from my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad loved to be groomed well, always. And
I
that
can
kind
see
of
that it's coming from your dad. So even if I see just a little bit of your upper half, I can very well understand that how conscious you are about the way you carry yourself. And that's really commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, dad loved to be groomed well, and that came into me. And I realized that I love to do this. I love to do this. And I used to help people groom themselves. And then I thought, why not turn it into a profession? Why not do it professionally? If I can be somewhat, at that time, of course, I didn't have the confidence. So I said, if I can be somewhat good at it, and it was something that dad had instilled in us, always turn out dressed dapper. My dad used to look, even if he woke up, he looked dapper.
Wow.
He wore silk kurta and lungi to sleep. So even then, he looked dapper.
It's always said that if you really want a good skin, good hair, you should sleep with silk bed on silk bed sheet, or you should wear something with silk. So
I'm not sure he
I
did
think
it.
he knew what he's doing.
Well, I don't think he did it for his skin, but, uh, and I remember this one incident with him. He had just woken up and we had to step out. And it was a Sunday, lazy wake up. So my mom was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. He's like, okay, I'm ready. And my mom was like, you'll come like this? He said, yeah, I'm ready. He just draped a Rudraksh mala. We were in Bali at that time. He just draped a Rudraksh mala, wore funky leather shoes, and we went out and we were out the whole day in a silk kurta and lungi with a Rudraksh mala, and he made a style statement like
Wow.
that. This is in, I think, late 70s, early 80s.
Amazing. So he knew how to just press the right button at the right place.
He knew how to rock it.
I know, seriously, absolutely. So tell me, from being in Google for 16 long years, how did you decide on this transition to get into image consulting and soft skills? Or rather, soft skills, right?
Yeah, both.
Both,
Yeah,
both.
both. So Google is disclaimer, Google is a fantastic place to work for, but it's not for everyone.
Hmm.
Google, I mean, 16 years, I would have done something right and they did something right, but it didn't feed my soul. There was always something missing. I went to work, I came back, all of that was fantastic, but it didn't feed my soul.
Hmm.
There were times that I had to train in Google, and that's the part that I came alive in. The
Okay.
times when I did training, that's when I came alive. So I'm like, I started connecting the dots.
Hmm.
It's something. Here's something I like to do. Why not train it? Change it into a profession. But that realization didn't just click into place. It took 16 years and a lot of soul searching. So that's
Wow.
how it happened gradually, painfully, but surely.
And how did you find image consulting soft skills training at ICBI? I mean, how did you get ICBI there?
I was searching for something to do apart from technical training. Anything, I'm not just technical, anything technically related. And I searched, ICBI came up the first time. In fact, when I had approached ICBI, I thought it was a platform where I can get a job. And that's how I approached it. And then I realized that it's not. And then I learned more. And that's when the wheels started churning.
Hmm.
That, okay, if it's not about getting a job, it's about learning. How about that? And then Akanksha was fantastic. She guided me into the process. Akanksha in Hyderabad, for those who don't know who Akanksha is, she's the center head in Hyderabad. She guided me into the process and she said, why don't you give it a thought? And that's how the thinking started. And I was able to navigate myself through the process.
Amazing. Amazing. And how is it, or rather, how was it to be a student all over again after so many years with ICBI? Was it like overwhelming? Um, was it exciting to go back to the, learner's desk all over again? How was the whole experience to be a learner once more?
It was fantastic. So when we first started, we were told that you were going to Shashank sir, who was our teacher at that time, you're going to enjoy this. It's going to be like college again. And I was like, you're right. I
Hmm.
don't think so. Look at us. We're all grown up. When we got into the flow, and it was like being a carefree student all over again. The coffee room gossip, the breaks, and then sitting there making coffee, trying to pull the break another minute or two. And it was awesome.
Did you feel that youth is back, that your college days are back all over again?
100%. I don't think I have missed any. And this wasn't the online sessions, mind you. These were offline, in person. I stayed quite far away. The distance wasn't next door. I was about 22 kilometers away from the center.
Hmm.
I don't think I have missed many sessions. I made sure I was there for, I think, 90% of the sessions, if not
I think that's
more.
also because of the energy, the kind of vibes you get, when you're learning, when you're there with your peers. So I think that environment also makes a lot of difference and you feel so back in those young days all over
Yes,
again.
absolutely. The sharing of khana,
Huh.
I would bring my tea sachets, here, try mine, here, I'll try yours, all of that. It was all of that. It was my notes. Okay, I'll make notes. And it was everything. And I didn't have much of college life, unfortunately. This was I lived it through my time in ICPI.
Wow. I'm sure there are so many people who will always cherish these memories, who have been with ICBI, who are still there in ICBI. In fact, all those people, even who are doing virtual program. In fact, now the geographical boundaries are not there. They used to be limited initially because we used to be offline. Now people from different countries join and now they make friends with each other and they actually plan holidays where they have these friends and then they go and meet. Sometimes they even stay in their house, which is so amazing. And I've just got to know that two three people they planned and they went for a holiday together and they stayed at someone else's house, uh, overseas. So that was really really amazing.
Well, the world is your oyster. It depends. You do good, you'll get good, and be of pure heart, and everything will be fine.
True, true, true. Absolutely, absolutely. So do you still have friends who were there as your
Yes,
batchmates?
yes, yes. And we still decide that we want to hook up. May not always be successful, but the attempt is there, the heart is there. There were a few of us who were really notorious. And Chaitanya sir would say, I know, I know. But it was all in jest. It was all, and he also knew that we would also put in the hard work. We would pull his leg, pull each other's legs, but we would also put in the hard work. And that was fun.
Wonderful, wonderful, awesome. Tell me, when we talk about soft skills, everybody now has been talking about. So if you ask me 10 years down the lane, nobody actually spoke about soft skills, but today everybody is like gaga over soft skills. In fact, in my son's school, the international school, I just spoke to the supervisor there and they said that our base curriculum is about soft skills.
Thank
So
God.
now I really want to know that why are soft skills today known as essential skills? What is the reason? Why is it so important in our everyday life? Forget about, special occasions or important moments, but why is it necessary for us to understand the value of soft skills?
Ma'am, you're saying they're essential. I would say they're critical. They're not just
True.
essential, they are critical. The analogy that I would like to use here is that of a computer.
Mm.
So, in a computer, we have two essential components, the hardware and the software. Can one do without the other? Cannot. If you just have the hardware, and if I give you a computer and say, here's your computer, just the hardware, make it work, it's not going to happen. And if I give you just the software and no computer, it's still not going to work.
True.
So the hardware is the education that we are receiving in schools, colleges, postgraduates, whatever that we are receiving today. That's the hardware. The software is the soft skills. One without the other is incomplete.
Absolutely.
Today, what is happening is that we are um, thinking because we are educated, we are well mannered, we are well educated by number of books, number of years. We are well mannered, we are well turned out, and oh, this person is so educated. However well educated you may be, it doesn't mean you have the life skills and the soft skills to move forward.
Absolutely.
However, on the other hand, you may be less educated, yet you can still be much more advanced in thinking if you have the right kind of soft skills, if you can communicate well, if you can put yourself out there. It may not be, I wouldn't say as important because the much more educated public out there would get offended, but you understand where I'm going with this. So it's not just important, it is critical. Also, the people who have these amazing ideas, if they're not able to communicate these ideas, what good are these ideas? They get stuck because they don't have the soft skills to put it out there. So, again, they're not just important, they're critical. However old you are, however young you are, can you still get them? Absolutely, you can. If you don't have them yet, let's go get them.
Correct. Absolutely. And I think it's on the other side, I would say more than essential or critical. Now they're also termed as life skills at some places.
And that's
And
what
they
I like
are.
to call them. That's what
Yeah.
I in my company profile or in my I'd say soft skills, aka life skills. And people don't always resonate with, I mean, you can't say I'm a life skill trainer because it's not caught up yet. And if you say that, people don't understand it. So that's how I term it.
I would say if you really want to survive in every aspect of your life, you really need these skills, and they are actually the savior, and that is their life.
So yeah, so my mind just froze a little bit. Am I clear?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Am I loud and clear?
Yes, you just froze a little bit, but you're back again.
Okay. I think there was a call coming, so I just rejected a call. So that is
Yeah,
why probably.
probably that's why. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So I also want to understand from you that how does image management help people both physically and psychologically? Because I always believe in the fact that it cannot be just physical. Because standalone physical will just be like an overnight makeover
Yeah.
and it doesn't last long. So, unless there is some sort of psychological aspect attached to it, nothing works.
I completely agree with you. And I think when I work with clients, I first work on the psychological aspect and then move on to the physical aspect. People who think that we can do a quick makeover, I'm not really interested. It's not going to last.
It
We
will
can do it.
also lose its effect quickly. If it is
Yes,
a quick makeover, it goes away quickly.
absolutely. So let me start with the psychological aspect first, because that's the one I love more. Um, what happens with the psychological aspect is perceptions are made on capabilities, whether we like it or not.
True.
Perceptions are made on our capabilities. And that is something that we can engineer based on how we look. If you're going for a high level job and you've dressed dowdily or not to the potential of that role, that perception is made. This person isn't even dressed for it, or will they be capable?
Absolutely.
That perception is made. Now we have it in our hands to engineer that through image management. That is something we can engineer. It's easy. That's the easiest part to do.
Absolutely.
And that is how we can manage a perception psychologically. And psychologically psych people to think we are worth way more than we are, or capable of way more than we are. And that's what we can do. So that's a psychological factor of the impact that we can have on others and on ourselves as well. That's why one of the first things that one of the things that we're taught is dress for a role higher than what you are worth. And that's what you should do. If you're a manager, dress for a senior manager role. And that's when you stand out and you get noticed and you get called out. Physically dressed dressed to your best potential. A lot of people think that image management is for women, put on a whole lot of makeup. And when I have this conversation with women, they're like, but mujhe to makeup pasand nahi hai. That's fine. It's not just about a whole lot of makeup on you. It's about your body type. It's about your physique. It's about your grooming. It's about your face shape. It's about wearing according to your colors. There's so much more that goes into it. It's not just about makeup. Even for men, same rules apply. So it's not just about applying a whole lot of powder and going out there like a ghost. And which is what people perceive image management or a makeover to be. It's about, for women having clean heels. I mean, the back of your heels. Having something as simple as that. Or wearing
Exactly.
closed shoes instead. So psychologically, engineering that perception, and physically dressing to your best potential, which means you are able to deliver confidence within yourself and others, not just sometimes, but every time.
And that is why we always believe in the fact that when you manage your image, it
Excuse me.
first has an impact on your own mind psychologically. And then it impacts the people who are looking at you.
Absolutely. So, if I may, there's this one example that I always give those who I work with. When you dress up in the morning or afternoon or evening, and you look at yourself in the mirror, you should be able to say, "Hey, good looking, how you doing?" You should be able to say that to
Absolutely.
yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you
Absolutely.
waste that, that's when you work out into the world. And the others will believe everything you say because you've convinced yourself.
Very true. Very true. And that is where even self image comes into the picture. That how do you perceive yourself? Do you look down upon yourself or look at yourself with your chin up high? I mean, and you tell yourself that, yeah, wow, this is me. If
Yep,
you're able to say that, then you've conquered everything.
absolutely. Thank you. Yes, for that. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So a great image equals confidence, and if you're able to look into that mirror and say, "Hey, good looking, how you doing?" Then you waste it.
Very true. Very true. And it's also about, you know, how people look at you, how your family looks at you. Because if you give respect to yourself, the whole world is going to respect you. And taking care of yourself is the first sign of self-respect and self-love.
So, a lot of the times, some of the people who I work with may not always, do not always have a very supportive um, environment. And that's something that they're battling with. And I'm glad that you brought up that how you believe, uh, what you believe in yourself is what others believe in you. Sometimes that doesn't happen. And to them, what I say is, Kareena Kapoor's famous dialogue. मैं
मैं
अपनी
अपनी
खुद
favorite हूँ.
मैं अपनी favorite हूँ. Regardless of what anyone else says, do that. If others don't like it, well, unless it's, of course, something atrocious and it makes sense, probably listen. If you're wearing a peacock outfit and people say it's not looking good, maybe have a look at the mirror and think about it. But otherwise, be your own biggest fan. Love
Very true.
yourself and look in the mirror and say, "You've nailed it today, babe."
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me, Neely, what are the kind of assignments that you are undertaking post your certification?
Uh, wow. Quite a few. So I've worked with diverse clientele, uh, real estate real estate companies for training of their sales teams, for communication, sales, and customer service. Jewelers for customer service, face shape and sales. Then educational institutes for teacher training and student training of interview skills and world ready.
Wow.
Then hospitality industry. Then one-on-ones. Of course, so many one-on-ones. They're my favorites because you can see the impact, and it's so
Absolutely.
much more satisfying because you can see the impact, engineer the impact, see the impact, engineer the impact. So lots of one-on-ones.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And now tell me something. How or what aspects of your own image got transformed when you did this whole program with ICBI?
Um, I have a small story to share. May I?
Yes, please.
So when I joined ICPI, I had come in with 16 years of Google experience. So a lot of uh, थोड़ा बाहर से आई थी, थोड़ा ego था, थोड़ा थोड़ा था. But I thought, even if I learn 10%, so I would have still learned. कुछ तो सीखूंगी. I will learn something. So great, let's go and learn something. कुछ सीखें. So I went with an open mind. 10% सीख के आएंगे. 90 तो मालूम ही है. But when I went in, I figured सिर्फ 10% मालूम है. और 90 सीख के आई.
Wow.
So
And
that's
that's a very honest confession, huh? And let me tell
it
you,
is.
Neely, and that's really commendable.
It is. It is. That, but, and I'm glad. What what I'm what I'm glad about is that I admitted this to myself, and I learned. I learned. And what I learned most was my own my own journey. A lot about me changed. How I viewed time, how I viewed interpersonal relationships, how I viewed interactions with others, how I was able to communicate. I was a reasonably good communicator, but I became so much better. I started implementing what I was learning, and it hasn't stopped there. I get better and better with every training. Every time I train, I pick up something else from that training. अरे ये तो नहीं किया मैंने. Let's try this. And we keep on getting better and better.
Amazing.
So it was a transformational journey. I did a complete 175, 5% बाकी है.
So tell me, how do you continue to grow and develop as an expert in this profession? What do you do? I mean, is there anything that you do continuously to upgrade yourself or to stay relevant in the market?
Uh, Absolutely. I keep my eyes and ears open. Very important. So I learn from the participants. I think that's something that I don't see a lot of people doing. I've seen some trainers and they come, they deliver, they go. They don't ask.
Hmm.
So I learn from participants. And when they tell me their stories, they tell me their challenges, I update my content based on that. What we think their challenges are and what their challenges actually are
Truly, yeah.
may not be the same. So I update the content based on that. I keep learning new skills. And the other thing that I've noticed is each new challenge means new solutions, which means it requires a new attitude from me. And that's a continuous learning process. Continuous learning, continuous implementation. New learning, new implementation. I don't think that's ever going to stop because the challenges are not going to stop. Different people, different challenges, and therefore the solutions need to keep on being innovative. I can't keep on giving the same Ghisapeta rag. I have to keep on being relevant,
Innovative.
updated. Yes. And of course, wherever possible, I keep on taking new trainings. I'm not a very good reader, but I want to change that about myself.
I'm also not a good reader, but I do a lot of, you know, research in terms of what's happening, what's going around. I
Yeah,
hear a lot of things. I do watch videos. So reading is a little bit of a challenging aspect when it comes to me.
yeah, I do that too. Reading is
I
challenging for
love to
me.
carry books with me that I'm going to read this, I'm going to read this. एक book almost like 6 महीने में खत्म होता है.
So,
Oh,
books,
okay.
unfortunately, not really done a lot about that.
So I'm
But
not the
I
only
always
one.
say to I always say to myself, this is going to change, and I believe that when you keep saying that, it will happen. I believe in the power of manifestation. You never know. हो जाएगा.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so please share three important takeaways
Sorry.
for our audience who's watching this live today. What exactly would these takeaways be from image and soft skills point of view?
First of all, to all the audience that's there, thank you so much for being there today. Um, I believe that you deserve to be the best version of yourself. You deserve to be the best version of yourself. Do what it takes to be that. No shortcuts, no compromise.
Hmm.
Then another one, soft skills should not be optional for anyone. Just like hard skills, it is critical. And I think I've said that enough. Um, last one. Do everything that you can to unleash your potential. Everything. Leave no stone unturned.
Absolutely. You've hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every single point is very, very crucial and very thought provoking, I would say. And everybody should think and reconsider or consider rather, uh, and definitely think about it deeply. So thank you. That was really really lovely. One last question to you, Neely. What advice would you give to people who are exploring this profession of getting into image consulting and soft skills?
Um, what advice? I think the first thing is do it for yourself. A lot of people do it thinking पैसे कौन से महीने से मिलेंगे?
ROI.
All right. So I would say do it for yourself. Don't do it for the money first. Money पैसे आएंगे. But first do it for yourself because the transformation that you will see in the journey of becoming an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, the person that you will become is far more valuable and far more rewarding. So please do it for yourself.
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely.
second thing that I would say is please walk the talk. If you're becoming an image consultant, dress like one. If you're becoming a soft skills trainer, speak like one. If you're doing both, be both. Please don't say I'm an image consultant and dress down dress or dress dowdily and appear in front of people and say, I'm an image consultant. Don't do that. If you're meeting people, probably say nothing. Don't say anything at that time. Don't say you're an image consultant. If you're dowdily dressed,
True.
don't say it at that time. Don't do that. Because if you're saying it and people are looking at you and saying, ये image consultant है. Or if you're
मुझे नहीं बनना मुझे नहीं
कुछ
बनना अगर
मुझे
ये
नहीं
इमेज कंसल्टेंट
करवाना,
है
मुझे इससे कुछ नहीं करवा, ये लोग इमेज कंसल्टिंग करते हैं, इसको देखो ये क्या करेगी या करेगा. So walk the talk. And most important, love what you do.
Absolutely.
If you have heard from someone, ये इमेज कंसल्टेंट है ना, ये सॉफ्ट स्किल है, उसको 1 लाख रुपया मिलता है, हाँ मैं भी करूंगा, मैं भी करूंगी. Don't do it if you're not loving it. You'll never be good at it. I mean, that goes for any profession and anything. Same with this. Don't do it if you don't love it. So I
And don't
always
do it just for money. Money comes, it's a byproduct.
money
Do it because
will,
you want it.
and if you love it, more money will come because it'll be visible in the work you do. People will want to come to you because it'll be so evident in who you are and how you do your trainings and how you do your image consultations. People will want to uh, consult you and meet you and want to be in your company, want to hear you, want to vibe with you. So I
Very
always
true.
tell everyone that you give me a party, you give me a training. I will take a training any day.
Mm.
Any day, hands down. You give me a party and I'll be like, Jana hai kya? Do I have to? Okay. It's not that I don't like it. I'll be like, okay, all right, come, let's go. You give me a training, I'll be like, when? When?
Mm.
When can we go? When is it? How many? 5? 15? 500? 5,000? It doesn't matter. I am raring to go. But if it's a party, I'll be like, okay, we can go. So
Mm.
that's the difference. That's the love for it.
Very true.
So love
Very true.
what you do.
Absolutely. I think these are
Everything
golden
else.
words, Neely. Golden words. And I think
So yeah,
everybody's enjoying and getting a lot of takeaway. And that is why I can see certain comments also which are coming. See, amazing spirit. So
thank
everybody
you,
is
thank you.
really inspired by what you're saying, and it's a very logical thing that you're saying. It's not something which anybody would say that हाँ कोई भी बोलेगा, because I think it's just coming straight from your heart, and it's a very practical experience that you are sharing with everybody, and that's really really commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I have to also I don't know whether you remember, Suman ma'am, when I had first joined, I had spoken to two people, Akanksha and you. I had called you.
Did I speak with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So you were also equally responsible for
Wow.
where I am today.
That's a
So thank
compliment for
you.
me, yeah. Just to let you know, that's a compliment.
Absolutely. And
Wonderful.
yeah, there is one more. I have one question for you.
Yes, please go ahead.
And that question is, how do you maintain your beautiful, beautiful curls? Oh my God. You have
There's a
curls
lot of
to,
hard work. I have to wash them every single day.
you have curls to die for.
Yeah, I have. And at one point, I thought that maybe I'll get them straightened, but I think that I was a fool to even think about that. But yes, it requires a good amount of maintenance, a good amount of care, in the sense that I need to like make sure that I wash my hair, product my hair every day. And otherwise, I think sometimes curls are also a savior because they also make you look little more youthful.
Oh, but mm, your curls are something else.
Thank you so much. I will quickly invite all the people who are here if they have any question for you. Um, so we have just about 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, actually 5 to 7 minutes. If you can quickly ask your questions to Neely, I think that would be great because a lot of people are very excited with this conversation. So please feel free if you have any questions for Neely or for me. Uh, we'll be happy to take them, and I'm sure again you will be really enlightened with the answers that you get here. So 5 minutes, and then it's time for us to close the live. Thank you so much, Neelam. Your rosy cheeks, Suman ma'am. Oh my God.
Oh, but that too, my mind.
All right, so let's get started with the questions if you have any for Neely, her experience, her journey as an image consultant, soft skills trainer, whatever you would like to ask, please feel free. I think you've given all the answers to everybody, and that is why they're all happily sitting without asking any question.
Well, the questions were so brilliant, Suman ma'am. You left nothing to chance in the way that you asked, so kudos to you.
Thank you. I think it is just out of experience that we try to cover as much as possible. How has your journey been? So that's Deepti.
Uh, Journey, as in the journey of after being an image consultant,
I think
is that
so,
I'm
because
thinking
that's the question.
it's been fantastic. Uh, it's been there have been a lot of ups and downs, and I haven't regretted any of them. Any of them. I've met people. Yeah, thank you, Deepti, for that. I haven't regretted any of them. I've met people who've said, "500 में training करोगी," and I've met people, "free में training करोगी." I have met all types of people, but I haven't regretted any of that. Each one has been a learning experience, one that has made me stronger and better. So it's been amazing. I regret
Wonderful.
none of it.
So, any specific challenge or challenges that you have faced during this journey?
Language sometimes has been a challenge. I don't speak Telugu very fluently. My Telugu is passable. So, in being in Hyderabad, I need sometimes to be able to speak Telugu, and that uh, has been sometimes a roadblock. But having now that I have my company. My company is called Emerge, and I've partnered
That's a
up with.
beautiful name. Beautiful name.
Thank
Emerge
you.
India, right?
Yes, it's
Wonderful.
Emerge, but since I couldn't find just the word Emerge, so I made it Emerge India. But yeah, Emerge. I've partnered up with a very talented trainer called Sunita, and she handles the Telugu aspects, and I do the non-Telugu and some a little bit of Telugu. But I wonder if anyone wants to learn any Telugu from me.
Wonderful.
Suman, there's a
Um,
question for you. Nice. So,
is it easy to be an image consultant and get a job easily, or you have to really struggle out? Because I feel this isn't a very very tapped job in India. Okay. I think, Dimple, what you're asking is that you want to look for a job after this program. So there are a lot of people who do this program to start something of their own, while there are a few people who want to get into a job or they want to add value to their existing profession and business. So if you're looking purely at a job aspect, yes, of course, now people have started looking for image consultant for different kind of jobs. While I would say that this is not something which people are desperately looking for, but there are a lot of companies who have started asking for a profile of an image consultant and a soft skills trainer, and we have placed a good number of people in different companies. We have not done placement consciously, but there are a lot of companies who have come to us asking for this kind of profile. We have shared the profile of our image consultants and soft skills trainers, and they have got very good opportunities in very good companies. Suman ma'am, a few tips on dealing with inferiority complex and body image issues and constant comparison, please. Okay, so that's a whole together a different topic. I think we can definitely do this, but not at on this platform, because we are just coming to our deadline where the live will close automatically. So if you really want to ask me this question, you can come to my personal profile, that is Suman Magic, and you can DM me and I'll give you the answer.
someone just asked a question. I
Was
want to
confidence a
know,
natural strength for you? Neely, I think
uh,
this is for you. Or
was
did this career
confidence.
help you build it over time? How do you think being an image consultant has shaped your personality?
So I think confidence was somewhat natural. This definitely helped build it more. And how is being an image consultant help shape my personality? It's definitely strengthened it. I've been able to um, express myself better, be more confident, choose the right attire for my roles and my goals. I wasn't thinking of it in that manner in terms of roles and goals. Before I just wear what looked good on me, now I think of it more scientifically in terms of roles and goals. So yes, it's definitely helped. The next question is, I want to know if one should opt for image consultant or soft skills. I think it should be both. One works on your mind, the other works on your image, the way that you portray yourself. It's like your body armor. So one works on the mind armor, the armor of the mind, and one works on like on your body armor. So I think one should do both for sure.
Absolutely. So I would say it is the inside out effect, which is very important. And soft skills works on the inside, image works on the inside and outside, psychologically and physically. And that is why both have to go hand in hand to give a comprehensive effect to the whole, offering that you give. And to for yourself, because your own image consulting happens first before you actually do it for somebody else. So you go through the process, you are convinced, you are happy, you become confident, you become an image consultant, and then you help people change their life. Image consultant future prospect, because it's a little tough to set up or survive. How can a successful entrepreneur in image consulting be a successful entrepreneur? Because most people don't opt for. Okay. Um, Little confusing question. Okay. Namrata.
Well, how can you survive? Sorry, Suman ma'am, may I try and attempt that one?
Yes, please.
Okay. So it says future prospects. So, like I said, don't worry about future prospects. Do it for yourself, walk the talk, love what you do. Once you do that, you people will come to you like a magnet. पहले ये करो. Then think about it as a career.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think people start calculating and start doing the math before they actually start getting into transformation of their own self. So when you start
Right.
doing that, ये अगर आप उल्टा साइकिल चलाओगे ना तो गिरोगे सीधा चलाओ बैलेंस करो and that is the process where you have to only think about your self transformation. Once that happens, people see their transformation, people witness that transformation, you witness your transformation, then it is a time for you to tell people that, see, this is my before and after. Not just
Yeah.
physically, but from the inside. I'm a different person altogether. And if you really want to be like this, come, I'll make you. This is how it works.
Don't use the push mechanism, use the pull mechanism.
and and work comes. You look for work, it will never come. If you look at yourself, focus on yourself, the work will come automatically. And this is what we teach in the business program. And that's the beauty of what ICDI does. They actually train you, transform you, give you the mechanics, give you the tools that how do you start, market, and grow your business. And then you are with hand holding and support, you are taken to the market and shown that अब ये दुनिया है, अब इसमें आपको ये करना है, ये करना है, ये करना है, because we also help you identify your target market. What more do you want?
But,
It's only execution that you have to do. Rest, everything
ma'am,
is taken care.
I would be amiss without saying thank you, ICBI, for making me what I have been able to do today and realize my dreams and my potential as a soft skills trainer and as an image management consultant. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you, Rakesh sir. Thank you, Suman ma'am. I
My
am very,
pleasure, my
very
pleasure.
great,
And I would
very,
like to
very
say
grateful.
thank you to all of you because the kind of work you people do, that is how we are able to showcase our wonderful and impactful image consultants who are doing wonderfully well in the market. So kudos to all of you, all of you.
Thank you.
All right, so I think now it's time for us to close this live. Neely, thank you so much. This is the first time that I've had such a long live session. Otherwise, it
Really?
usually ends in about half an hour because we don't interact so much in depth. But this has been so engaging and amazing session. And I would really sincerely want to say thank you to you and to all the lovely audience who have participated, asked questions, and they are like still absolutely engrossed in the conversation. So wonderful. And I would definitely like to look forward, and I would look forward to meeting you one of the days when I'm there in Hyderabad. And all the very best to you.
Thank you, Suman ma'am, and I would look forward to meeting you as well. Please let me know when you're next in
For
town.
sure. For
I
sure.
would love to catch up with you.
Absolutely. All right. See you then. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next week. Until then, this is Neily Naidu and Suman Agarwal signing off.
Signing off. Bye bye.
Bye.